Welcome again to another wonderful Authors at Google Talk here in New York. I'm really excited to have Robert Zuckerman in with us today. Let me just read a few bits of things that people you probably recognize have said about Robert. So, Will Smith calls him Picasso. Jerry Bruckheimer, Denzel Washington, Michael Bay vie to have him on their film sets. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the old Governator. Introduced him to President Bill Clinton by saying, "This is Robert Zuckerman, the best photographer I've ever worked with."
You have to say, "This is Robert Zuckerman."
This is Robert Zuckerman, the best photographer I've ever worked with. Get to the chopper. Okay. Anyway, he's worked in as you can tell, he's worked in the motion picture industry. He's worked on films like The Crow, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Any Given Sunday, Training Day, Terminator 3, Bad Boys 2, National Treasure, and the list goes on, and he's also done television work as well. The book that Robert is talking about today that hopefully a lot of you were able to get is Kindsight. And it's basically a collection of photographs that accompany texts that Robert really talks about the richness of everyday life, the complexity, but also the simplicity. It ranges from taxi drivers and bus drivers to waitresses, plumbers, kids at the playground, and also some people in Robert's family. So without further ado, I'll let him get into the book a little better than I can. So please put your hands together for Robert Zuckerman here at Google New York.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. And Kindsight is really a labor of love, and the title is pretty self-explanatory. Kindsight, seeing the world with kind eyes, with kind vision. And there's been a lot of writings and talk for eons about how you see the world is what it becomes. If you see the world with kind eyes, the glass being half empty or half full, it's a matter of choice. And I've been in a motion picture still photographer for going on 20 years and worked on a lot of big violent action films, and I've always sort of had a personal issue with all the violence that's in the media. And then especially after 9/11 happened, I felt that I wanted to say something, that it wasn't really all about terror and about negativity. And for years, when I've been on the movie sets, I've always been fascinated by turning around from the movie set and seeing what's going on around it. There's the people in the neighborhoods, the humanity. And so I was on a film or project up in Las Vegas in 2002, and I became friendly with one of the extras, who's this old gambler, and his wife, and I ended up writing a story about them, putting an image and text together, and I sent it around in an email, and I got a very positive response. And I just felt that there was richness in everyday life to be recognized. I'd like to turn the microphone over for a bit to James Crump, who, as I said, published my book, and I owe him a great debt.
Thanks, Robert. Robert obviously has a very infectious energy. It's a very, it's something. It gets around. It's a good vibe, and while I had become aware of his photographs in Los Angeles, he was shooting a number of movie sets, basically, and I was introduced to his work. And we almost got close to making a book on, I think, the film called Training Day.
Yeah.
And I was one of those early recipients of the emails he was sending around. It wasn't the type of work that I had really expected from Robert, because I was so, aware of what he was doing in Los Angeles and in the entertainment area. And I'd published over the last 15 years a lot of name brand photographers, sort of well-known estates, people like Bruce Weber and Peter Beard and Peter Lindbergh, estates like Walker Evans and Gary Winogrand. And I looked at Robert's work in film really as sort of he's one of those individuals who took that genre of the film still and turned it into an art form. And so when he started sending me these things from out of the blue that he had been starting to collect, these stories, I was really blown away because I wasn't expecting it. And over the years, he kept, it was a couple of years, he was sending them around. And one time he lent me a large parcel of them, and I started looking at them, and I just was really struck by them. I was really moved emotionally. And so we started this conversation about doing this work, and while he can deliver the goods, commercially, and he has for years on the sets of major motion pictures, he's done something here which I think is really, really unique. And I think as a producer, as a filmmaker, writer, curator, I think it's the kind of project that deserves a really larger audience, and to date it's received. It deserves the broadest, possible audience. It's a very worthy project that sort of hits the right note at the right time. And so that's why I'm here, basically to support Robert, because I think that the book holds up in every way, and it's something that, as I say, it's infectious what he's doing, and it's sending out a different kind of message photographically. And these stories are fantastic, and the pictures are wonderful, and it worked really well as a book.
I think the whole thing about personal expression, I happened to catch James at the right time in his life, and we were able to put this book together. And even though it was a rather small number of publications, it made a great impression on people. I got a lot of great feedback. It went on, went into Barnes and Noble, and I kind of hustled around and did a lot of book signings, got on some local TV and radio and Columbia University. And I've just found that it's been a great experience because it's become not just a book, but it's a real lifestyle. And most of the people that I've met in this book through just random encounters have become friends of mine, and I've stayed friends with these people for 3 or 4 years now. I'm just going to read this if that's okay. Frank, Los Angeles, September 2004. I'd wanted to upgrade my laptop's RAM from the 512 it came with, that was a going thing back then, to 1 gigabyte. I saw this computer repair place in the mini mall and went in. Frank looked up my model number. No problem, my friend. We'll order another 512 and bring you up to 1 gig. In 2 days, he called to say the memory was in. I brought my laptop. He took it back and came out 5 minutes later. Here you go. He turned on my computer to show me, but instead of 1 gig, it said 768 megabytes. What happened? I asked. Your 512 was made up of 2 256s, and so this was the most it goes. I paid and left, but then felt, hey, wait a minute. So I went back. What do you want me to do? He asked. If I take out the new RAM, there's a 20% restock fee. But you looked up my computer beforehand. You should have told me first, I said. We went back and forth. It escalated. That's not how I do business, I said. Take me to court, he yelled. We stood there yelling at each other. I took my computer and left, feeling bad. That night, I called a store and left a message. I don't like the way you dealt with me. You didn't take the high road. But I also don't like that I yelled at you. I'm sorry for that. I think you are a good man who is having a bad day. Please accept my apology. The next day, I got a message from Frank, almost in tears. You should not apologize to me. I should be apologizing to you. You are right. I did not take the high road. From now on, when you come into my store, you will be more than a customer. You will be my friend, and you will get $50 off anything you do here. I went in yesterday to say hello. This was a few months later. I saved your message, he said. I learned such a lesson from this. I wish I had learned this 20 years ago. This was in 2004. To this day, he says he still has the message saved on his thing, and he plays it for his kids, and they laugh at him, but he's like a changed man. And it was just because of that one good experience. We're friends. He comes to my gallery openings in Los Angeles, and I do stop in his store, and we hang out and talk. Yes, sir.
Hi. So
I keep wanting to lean over this microphone. I realize it's right here. It's like, okay, I'm going to stay back here.
just browsing through some of the pictures and associated stories, I just realized that some of all of them are really personal and profound in nature. I mean, how do you draw that out from people? Is just talking to them? Are you actively interviewing them, or is just something that just a listener of some sort?
To answer your question, it's his energy. And we're 6 daughters, and we're not easy to get along with. And we did. He was one of the few neutral people that we all felt. I mean, this is what he does. So Kindsight 2, 3, 4, I think everybody should get it. But he documented our papers, being my dad's papers at the Schomburg, and some different issues with the center now that we are, ultimately, I'm working on a documentary, going to incorporate some of his work, and he's going to be working with us. But it's energy that he just, you can be the most difficult person on the planet. There's 6 women. There's 6 of us.
There's 3 of them right there.
Oh, bad hair day.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's only 3 of us. But it's not been easy being the daughter of those 2 people. but we are strong women, and he came, every time he's around us, we smile. You know, so it's really him who really just, whether it's on the street or in the center or with 6 daughters of those people, I'll be nice. It's just Robert. So it's about his energy and how he approaches you, from the person on the street to somebody in the White House, that he can have you open up and just talk. And then you pose. We were frowning before that photo. Ozzy is my surrogate uncle, so to speak. That Auntie Ruby, the whole family loves that. I mean, you can't just, that's his oldest grandson.
That was the afternoon before he passed away.
Yeah. People just open up because of his energy and his honesty. And with Hollywood and everything that's going on, when you finally find someone who's really genuinely honest and makes you feel comfortable and open up, it happens.
I mean, in your experience, how do you think the most honest photographs are taken of people?
That's a good question. I don't know if I know the answer, but I feel, again, it's the intention that one goes into it with. And so, you know, it's basically Sam Wagstaff, who was the subject of James's film, was a great photography collector and curator of the last quarter of the 20th century. And he came and spoke when I was a college student. And one of the things he said is that there are no bad subjects, only bad photographers. And again, I think it's a lot has to do with the photographer and person. So all photography, I mean, you know, people say, oh, digital photography is a manipulation, but so is traditional, you know, older photography. Everything's a decision about where you're going to place the person, how you're going to crop it. You know, it's all a manipulation. It's just a different medium and different tool. So I really think it's just the intention behind it and the mindfulness. And when I do a lot of family portraits, and I also do a lot of in between when I'm not working on the movie sets. I do a lot of headshots with actors, and I go into the session with the intention of wanting to help them out. You know, say, this is going to be your photograph. I really want it. I'm here for you. It's your time. And I think with that intention behind it, then something comes through from that. So it has a lot to do with the intention.
Robert, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I think we've been honored that you're here. And everyone else that came, James, Carmen, thank you. So again, thank you very much, and we'll be doing the signing right over.
Okay, can I just say one more?
Yeah, no, yeah, sign it
One more
up.
thing, baby. No, just about the idea. I know. Just you know, I don't know if any of you people from the Google community, but I want to keep myself open to any communication from anybody. And if any of you ever have any stories and you want to like try this out and send it to me, or you know, start a website or just kind of get these stories out on Google around the world, you know, I'm really open to that, and that's something I hope to do. So I'll just say open, you know, notebook, camera, and you know, come at me with some stories. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you, guys.